Hello, my name is Adrian Rankin Williams, and today I'm going to be covering the PlayerMint proposal in Fund9 of Project Catalyst. For those of you that don't know, PlayerMint is a play-to-earn protocol that is integrating with existing video games so that players can monetize their gameplay performance and earn a fungible token called PMX that can be spent across an NFT marketplace. We've been building this application for a little bit while here. We've been successful in Fund 4, 6, and 8 of Project Catalyst, all even numbers so far. And so we've been deploying that capital with our partners over at M Labs in order to develop out this application. Today, we're going to be covering the application we built so far. You're going to get a sense of what it looks like, and then also what we would be able to accomplish with the funding that we would achieve through the successful voting of this proposal. So let's hop right on in here. And just for context sakes, we're going to be sharing our screen, and you all are going to be looking at a primarily front-end application. It, of course, does have a little bit of back end to it, but our back end is pretty much complete at this point, along with our front end and interaction with the Cardano blockchain. We simply need to complete some QA processes and make sure that everything functions and works as intended. So we're really, really excited about our progress. In terms of what you're going to be seeing here today, it's kind of the overall user experience as to how users would join PlayerMint, interact with it, earn some PMX, and going off and trade it in the NFT marketplace. So once users kind of arrive at the home page, they're going to be kind of prompted to get involved. And generally, that's going to be through this button up here. Originally, that's going to be a connect wallet button. But as you can see, I already have a Nami wallet and I've already connected to this website. So I already registered my connection. So the next process is to sign in. And sign in might be kind of a weird thing to see in the Web3 community. But because PlayerMint is able to reward gamers based off of their in-game performance, we need to have a way to authenticate that a gamer is who they say they are. And that is done through an OAuth system that can authenticate that player. And that OAuth system that we're using is called Epic Online Services, which is developed by Epic Games, which is also the developer of Fortnite, which is the first game that we're going to be supporting. We are going to be supporting Fortnite, which has a ton of gamers that might not be familiar with crypto or understanding of its applications and how it's used. That's why we're kind of priming the site with things like how it works and support functions and different options for people to kind of easily express that they need assistance at certain parts in their journey, where we're going to be using Gitbooks and live support in order to support these users through their journey into the wonderful world of crypto and crypto gaming. And so as part of this experiences, we're going to be working to use gaming as sorts of analogies that can be used to express the interactions that people are having with the blockchain and what fungible tokens and non-fungible tokens are and all that sorts of fun stuff. But to start, that user will come here, they'll hit that connect wallet button that I mentioned earlier, and the next thing they'll see is this sign in. They'll sign in and they'll be able to sign in with their Epic Games account. What's really cool is they're going to be prompted with this kind of message to sign in with Epic Games. So I'm going to do that right here and type in my Gmail address for my gaming account and the password, and then I can hit login now. And then what's so cool about this is I'm actually logging into Epic Games backend. And now you can see that after I've logged in, my Mimsy the turtle has come up because my Epic Games has now been connected to my PlayerMint account through the Epic Online Services. So we now have an authenticated way proven by Epic Games that a user is who they say they are. And now we can make API requests based off of their gameplay performance and pay them out PMX on a per Epic basis. So we kind of follow that wonderful Epic model of every 5 days, you pay out people based off of the rewards. And so we have a leaderboard that is able to accomplish that. The idea is that every 5 days, we have some sort of prize pool of our fungible token called PMX with an amount of players that are competing for it and a time until the payout or end of the Epic occurs. And so how do we determine how much PMX someone earns? That is by what is called PSP or PlayerMint skill points. This is essentially an aggregate metric that says, okay, hey, if you went off and played Fortnite and you won a match, you get this amount of PSP. If you go off and play Fortnite and you get elimination, this is how much PSP you get. If you rank number 5 or rank number 10 or rank number 25 or number 100, this is kind of what what you're going to get from a PSP perspective. And then that PSP is used to determine how much PMX you're supposed to get paid out each epoch. And then, of course, a capacity to claim it and properly handle minimum UTXOs on the Cardano blockchain. So instead of PlayerMint needing to send out PMX with the 1.5 to 2 ADA that needs to carry every Cardano native asset in a transaction, we can allow the end user to claim it by providing some ADA, and then with that ADA, they then receive back their PMX. So once the users kind of come here, they're all connected in, they're going to go off, play Fortnite, have a really good time. And then every 5 days, they can kind of check back in here, hit that claim button and grab their PMX. Once they've grabbed their PMX, and if they want to, they can kind of scroll down and check out the leaderboard of other players that are kind of participating, see how much PSP they generated versus the amount of PMX they got, and all that sorts of fun stuff, or even find themselves in the leaderboard. Once they've obtained that PMX, they can come on over to the marketplace. This is the very fun section of NFTs that you can kind of see is floating in with a bunch of very random imagery kind of popping up. Where the user can search for different NFTs by policy ID and things like that, or sort by a price range of high to low or low to high. And of course, they can actually click on the NFTs and check out things like its policy ID, descriptions with things like references to the metadata, previous ownership history, and of course, things like a royalty, how much is going to go back to the creator in terms of transactions, because PlayerMint will, of course, support royalties on the Cardano blockchain. And then, of course, the general properties, which would fill in the associated metadata, if there's any kind of things like traits and whatnot that the NFT contains. So other than your image and whatnot and all that fun stuff that you have, you can, of course, go here and you can purchase it. So we might want to purchase the test NFT one from Raquel Will for 0.1 PMX. Luckily, I have more than enough PMX in my balance, so I can continue. It'll send a transaction to my Nami wallet. I'll sign that. Once it's signed, I can hit continue, and boom, I've completed the transaction of my NFT, and I'm good to go. Super fun stuff, really cool process of I'm able to go off and earn playing a video game that I already love. I'm able to, without needing to pay money, obtain PMX. When I say pay money, I mean PlayerMint isn't taking a fee from that. They do need to provide that ADA to cover that minimum UTXO I mentioned earlier. But other than that, they'll be able to obtain that PMX, go off and enjoy a marketplace. If they need to ever get in contact with a support perspective, they'll be able to be provided to a Gitbooks providing documentation and user flows and tutorials across the entire application, as well as access to things like live support in Discord. Other than that, the end user can, of course, come here to mint their own NFTs. So if they have an image in mind that they want to throw in there, that they can they want to turn into some sort of NFT, they can absolutely do so. Set the name of it. Maybe we can even have a little bit of fun. Project Catalyst proposal, and you can kind of get a sense of what it will be like. Maybe I'll charge, let's say 10 PMX for it, and we can kind of see that here and have a whole lot of fun. Addition count, properties, whether I want to put it on sale or not, set a royalty, all that sorts of fun stuff. The other big kind of feature of this is, of course, the user's profile. So if I kind of come here, I can kind of see the end user's profile. And this is where they can kind of check out all the NFTs that are owned. So these would be referenced by the NFTs in their wallet that are established through the connection. And of course, the NFTs that are currently on sale associated with their wallet, so that they can go in things like delist that NFT or remove it from sale. Or what I mean to say is change its price tag on the open marketplace. So that is the overall PlayerMint application. This idea of I can play a video game, I can earn based off of my gameplay performance in comparison with other players with fixed prize pools of a fungible token with a hard cap supply. I can take that token, I can go off and explore a marketplace and spend it in all these various fun ways. And then, of course, I can take my own NFTs, mint my own, and then, of course, sell my own as well for PMX. What's great is as a marketplace, this is kind of getting into what we want to use some of these funds that we would achieve should we become successful with this proposal is that we have all of these wonderful tools that support the Cardano native assets of the world. And so what we want to do is be able to utilize the funding of Project Catalyst in order to kind of expand our capacity to support assets on the Cardano blockchain. So if we're able to support PMX, what's stopping us from supporting one wonderful NFT community tokens such as Clay or Yummy, in not even just on the marketplace side of things, but also on the claiming side of things. So imagine if you owned a Clay Nation, and all of a sudden, if we're able to establish a connection with the Clay Nation team, all of a sudden you can start earning the Clay token based off of gameplay performance and popular video games. So we have a whole lot of fun plans in terms of what we want to directly use the funding of Project Catalyst for, at least in this current proposal, is we have been building up to this testnet environment. And we're feeling very confident in this testnet environment. And as we're able to push it live, as I mentioned earlier, we'll get to see a lot of testing and see kind of what issues we need to fix before we launch into mainnet. We feel very great about the development cycle. However, we would love to make sure that once we're able to transition from the testnet to the mainnet environment, that we're able to continue up a steady dev pace of bug fixes, user kind of issue resolution from a customer support perspective, as well as ensuring that the feature set is able to continually be increased. So we're able to support more fun user experiences and move just from kind of the MVP product that you're seeing now into kind of a more full, rich environment that gamers can really sink their teeth into. In part of that, it can include the things that I mentioned earlier of supporting other native assets, better management of things like the minimum UTXO, and overall quality of life improvements, as well as maybe some fixes to the user interface to make it a little bit more natural and easygoing. So that is our proposal. That is the PlayerMint proposal on Fund9 of Project Catalyst. If you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to join our Discord or send us a DM on Twitter, and we're more than happy to engage and answer whatever types of conversations, questions, and whatever else that you have on mind. So thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate your time and for reading this proposal. Appreciate your involvement in the Cardano ecosystem. Thank you all so much. And please have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.